Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Ladies and gentlemen, today is chart request day. We're taking chart requests from the live stream and over here from the Discord. We have some from our captains over here, NVO, RSR, Uni, Render, KULR, Ondo, Rose, XDC, Starbucks, Coca-Cola, and some more names here. If you guys have chart requests, go ahead and drop them in the live chat as well. We're going to be covering all those today and just going through, taking a look at the market and seeing what is going on. Before we get into any charts, I just want to go ahead and go over our trading rules really quick here before we jump into the charts, because I want everybody to understand what it is we're looking for on the charts before we take a look at them. So our strategy is based on three things, guys: logic, data, and discipline. Okay. Rule number one is that we are swing traders here, and we focus on a monthly and a daily chart. Okay. Our time frame for our investments is 1 to 6 months. Okay. So every trade we take, we are looking to buy and we are looking to hold for 1 to 6 months. Okay. That means we're looking to hold for 1 to 6 months. That doesn't mean if we buy and our asset goes down 20% the next day, we're looking to sell, because our plan, our strategy is to hold for that 1 to 6 month time frame. Okay, we enter and exit positions using our trading indicator. Okay, the trading indicator is going to be a number of indicators. Okay, we use a Fibonacci, we use the red and green dots. We also consider the MACD. I just like to use Bitcoin as a prime example here because I think it's the easiest chart to take a look at here. You could see that these green dots right here are going to be our buy signals, and the red dots are going to be our sell signals. So again, we focus on a monthly and a daily chart here. Okay, we are not day traders. This is not a day trading channel. If you guys want to day trade, you got to go find a different channel, because this strategy does not work. It is not made for day trading. It is made for swing trading. So again, rule number 3 here: green dot means buy, red dot means sell. So rule number 4 is probably the most important rule that we use here. That is going to be that we only buy assets that have a green dot on the monthly chart. So why is that? Well, the green dot on the monthly chart just tells us that the bulls are in control. Okay. Typically what this green dot means is that we are going up for a 1 to 6 month period of time. Okay. You can see this green dot came right here in January. Bitcoin was 19,000. It went up for 1, 2. Well, it's still going up today. We had a couple little pullbacks, but typically what this green dot means is that we are going up for the next 1 to 6 months. You can see this one came here in October. This was 2023, about 2 years ago. Okay, it went up for, 2 years ago. Bitcoin was 27,000. It went up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 months up. Okay, 6 months of green candles. Had a little correction. Had another green dot here in November, right there at 60, about 65. Went up for 3 or 4 months, pulled back. Got another green dot here in June, went up, and now it's pulling back. So the first thing we're looking for, and when we're going over your requests, this is going to be the first thing I look at. Okay, I'm going to look and see what color the green dot is, or what color the dot is. If it's red, like Bitcoin is right now, we're not looking to take a position. I don't care what Donald Trump says. I don't care what the media says. I don't care what Twitter says. We are not looking to go long Bitcoin if it's red. Okay, and that goes for every single asset that we are going to be looking at today. So that's rule number 4. So rule number 5, okay, so after we get the green dot on the monthly, we then want to zoom into the daily chart. Okay, you can see the buy strategy right here. Monthly green dot plus daily green dot equals buy. So the green dot on the monthly is our buy signal. You should be taking the position, you should be entering, you should be going for it, right? And then what we can do after the monthly comes is we can zoom into the daily and we can look for pullbacks, right? We can look for pullbacks on the daily, because each one of these candles here is 1 day's worth of time, okay? 1 day's worth of price action. If you're on a monthly chart, this is 1 month worth of price action, okay? So there's 30 days in a month, right? Throughout the month, there's going to be dips, right? There's going to be red days, okay? There's going to be pullbacks. Like you see here on Bitcoin, it pulled back. This was back in September. Got the green dot right there at 110, pumped up to 125. So as long as the monthly dot is green, okay, we are then looking to the daily for the entries, for places to dollar cost average or add to our positions. And I still don't like Bitcoin's chart here. I do like the fact that it reclaimed 103, but I really don't like the red dot on the monthly chart. That is really, really scary, and we got that back in September. So you can see how high the MACD is right now. It just doesn't look pretty. for Bitcoin. I would not be longing Bitcoin right here. Okay, the place to long Bitcoin, you guys can see, was down here. Okay, so we might have to wait like 2 more years for Bitcoin to pull back here. Look at that. That green dot came, guys, in February of 2023. We called that out in the Discord. I started this channel in 2020, so we missed this one in 2019. That one in 2019 came right there at around $3,000 to $4,000. $3,000 to $4,000 Bitcoin, guys. It went all the way up here. If you sold this red dot up here, you were selling at around 60. That was a 10x trade. This was a 10x trade. Okay, this one back here in 2015 came back here at 300. So the whole goal, right, is to we're taking a long-term approach. A lot of people are so concerned with the day-to-day. They see a day where we dip 5% and everyone's freaking out. Everyone's losing their minds, right? This is the markets, guys. There's going to be red days. There's going to be red weeks. There might even be red months, okay? But a lot of the time, we're trying to stay ahead of the curve, right? Right now, we know that the dot is red on Bitcoin, so we are not longing. We're not taking a long here until the green dot comes back. And everything is pointing down right now on Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. I want it to do good, but there's not a lot of bullish-looking price action on a macro time frame. Now, if you're day trading, it might be different. Right? We're just not day traders. We don't want a long when this wave is up here. We want a long when the wave is down here. Okay, a good example of something to go long on right now is NVO. This is a healthcare stock. It doesn't have the green dot yet on the monthly, but I'm looking at the Heikin-Ashi candles right now. If you switch over to the normal candles, it has a green and a red. So the green one came last month, but you could see, right? This thing's pulled back from $145 all the way to $48. Okay, that's like a 70% drop. I'd rather look for entries when the wave is down here than, right, for entries up here. Because in the short term, yeah, you might make a little bit of money, right? Bitcoin could go up to 140 here, okay? But really, that's like, I mean, that's what, 20%? Okay, whereas NVO, right, this is a healthcare company. If this goes back to 140 from where it's sitting at right now, which is around $50, right, that's around a 200% move. So I'd rather take the 200% than invest and try to guess on Bitcoin here because Donald Trump in the news says it's a really good investment, right? Back here in 2023, I don't know if you guys were around in 2023, but there was nobody talking about Bitcoin. Like our Discord, my channel was so dead, I almost quit. I almost quit being a YouTuber because it was just, there was nobody interested anymore, right? And that's what happens in a bear market. People lose interest. People, right? We have a cheat sheet over here in the Discord. Right, when we get this big pullback. I mean, this pullback on Bitcoin was brutal. Okay, this Bitcoin pullback was brutal. You can see it topped out right there, December of 2021. That was 4 years ago, the top of the bear market or top of the bull market. It pulled back 80%. It went from 70 all the way down here to 16. Look how many months it pulled back for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 months it went down. Okay, you think people were excited about crypto during that time? No, because they were down here. They were in despair. I'm serious, guys. I almost deleted my channel. I actually did delete my YouTube channel, my first one. I had about 10,000 subscribers, and I had to restart it because God just pulled me back into it. So, again, we want to buy when no one's excited. Right now, all the media, all the banks, everyone's saying, yeah, Bitcoin is the key. While the charts are saying, use caution. Be very careful, okay? Now, if Bitcoin comes back with a green dot maybe next month or the month after that, we can change our stance. But, right, the whole goal is we want to make sure that the macro time frame, which is the monthly time frame, is in our favor. How do we know if it's in our favor as a trader? It's green here on the monthly chart, okay? It's green. Right now, Bitcoin is red. So as I'm taking your guys' chart requests from the chat today, and as I'm taking them from over here in the Discord, right, we're going to look at the monthly chart. And I know I've been talking about the weekly a lot these last couple of weeks. I think the weekly charts are really going to tell us a lot to see if altcoin season and things are going to happen. You can see ICP's coming back alive, up 8% right now. That's had a monster move so far. It's got the green dot. So ICP, I'd rather take ICP here than Bitcoin. So I think there's going to be a rotation out of Bitcoin into altcoins. And that's why they call it altcoin season, because all the big money, they're going to sell their Bitcoin up here at 100K, and they're going to put it into names like ICP that are down from, I mean, this thing was all the way up here at 600. It's now down at 5. So that's kind of how the market cycle works. There's a rotation out of Bitcoin into altcoins. Altcoins fly, and then they top out, and then the cycle is over, and we go back into a bear market. So I'm still fully on board with altcoin season happening here. I think we're going to push probably into Q1. I've been targeting November. I know I've been saying that for a while, but obviously we had some things happen. I still think charts look really good. I think a lot of these altcoins are looking very, very cheap. Obviously, we pulled up the fear and greed index. Yeah, look at this. I mean, we are in fear. So Warren Buffett says it best, guys. You should buy in fear and sell in greed, right? And we are like in fear right now. We are deep inside of fear. So if you're a long-term altcoin, right? If you're a long-term holder, if you're a swing trader, if you're willing to wait 6 months on your investment, I think right now is a really good time to be dollar cost averaging in to some of these altcoins, especially one like ICP that's given us the signal here this month. And we bought that in the Discord at like $3, so we're already up around 100% on that one. And that move is looking like it's just getting started from the macro time frame. So that's the buying strategy, guys. Again, monthly green dot plus daily green dot equals buy. The most important thing is we need the monthly. We have two different selling strategies. So again, everyone wants to talk about what's the best buying strategy. I think the selling strategy is just as important. Okay, if you have a great buying strategy, wonderful. You need a selling strategy too, and we have two for you. Okay, so sell strategy number one is that we want to sell a red dot in the red zone on the daily chart. So let me go to the red zone here. Let's go to the daily. So the first, let me go back to Bitcoin just because I like to reference Bitcoin just because it's a good chart to take a look at here. So again, we sell a red dot. Again, that red dot is our sell signal. We want to sell the red dot in the red zone on the daily chart. Okay, so you can see when I'm talking about the red zone today, I'm talking about this zone up here. See how it's red? Okay, we have a golden zone, and a red zone. So typically we want to buy in the golden zones and we want to sell in the red zone. So you can see this red dot right here. October 8th is when this came on Bitcoin. Price was right there at 123, okay, 123,000. It gave you the sell signal. What did it do? It's now sitting down here at 103. That was a 20, almost 30% sell-off right there. Okay, if you would have took profits, right, you'd be sitting cash and you could be looking to buy back in. But again, the whole goal is to sell the red dot in the red zone. Okay, that's what we're looking for. And again, a lot of these altcoins, look at Chainlink. Okay, Chainlink gave the red dot back here in September at around 25. It also gave some right here at around 27. So typically what we're doing, right, ideally you want to buy down in this bottom golden zone. When you're in the bottom golden zone on that chart I showed you over here, cheat sheet, this is typically despair, right? We've had a big long pullback, right? You can see this big long pullback that we got here from January, again, January 2025, beginning of the year, $26 all the way down to $10. That's an 80% drop. If you didn't take profits here, right, you got crushed. Okay, you got the golden dot right there on Chainlink too. Beautiful. But again, down here in the golden zone, in my opinion, is a good place to buy if you're referencing the daily. So again, sell strategy, red dot in the red zone on your chart is where you're going to want to sell. So that's sell strategy number one, and then sell strategy number two, and then we'll take some chart requests. So go ahead and drop your chart requests in the live chat right now. Sell strategy number two is we sell when the stochastic RSI, that is the light blue line on the trading indicator, hits the white dotted line on the monthly chart. Okay, the monthly chart, the first strategy was for the daily. Okay, that's that red dot in the red zone on the daily is where we sell. And then the second sell strategy is based on the stochastic RSI and the monthly. So let's go back here to Bitcoin. Okay, you can see when the stochastic RSI, this light blue line, when that comes up and hits that white dotted line, just like it did back here in 2021, okay, that is a place we want to look to take profits. We want to look to take profits. We want to look to take profits. Okay, those are the two selling strategies. So again, your sell strategy, your take profit strategy is just as important. As your buying strategy. So those are the trading rules, guys. And if you guys are new to the channel, I do have a free trading course over here you guys can check out. There's 7 or 8 videos that'll show you how to get set up and everything like that. If you guys do not have our trading indicators, you guys can download them right here under the trading indicator tab by clicking on this link. If you have any trouble downloading, just shoot me an email. My email is right here. And I just want to mention, guys, I will never add you as a friend or DM you on Discord. There's some low lifes on Discord that are pretending to be me, and they're DMing you Never accept a DM, never accept a friend request from me. It's nothing personal. I just do that for security reasons. I will never DM you. I will never add you as a friend. So when there's somebody messaging you in the Discord, it's not me. I'll just say that. It is not me. Okay, I'll never DM you or add you as a friend on any social media platform. If you DM me, that's different. I'll DM you back. But make sure you click on my name to send a DM. But I just don't do DMs. If you guys need support, just email me. Please do not send any money or cryptocurrency to anybody named Overkill, because it's not me. They're scammers, they're lowlifes, and may God have mercy on their souls. So with that being said, let's jump into the chart request. Before we do that, let me pray real quick for us. Lord Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for the opportunity to invest our money. And I just pray that you will guide us in all our decisions and just help us grow our wealth, not just for ourselves, but for our families and for our communities. Help us be generous with our money and give back to our community, give back to our family, give back to our friends, and just allow us to, again, make the right decisions and help people and put others before ourselves. In the name of Jesus. Amen. So if you guys have been here a while, we're taking chart requests from the Discord, and then I'll go to the live chat here. I'm going to go ahead and start here with NVO from JT. Again, the chart request feature over here in the Discord is now a captain feature. So we went ahead and implemented that. So if you can't type here in the chart request, you guys got to upgrade to captain. You can do that by clicking on this link right here. I'll just go ahead and drop this real quick so you guys can just click that link. You guys can upgrade. This pretty much gets your request covered no matter what over here. Obviously, I'm going to take some from the live chat, but there's no guarantee I'm going to get to your name just because we have so many requests coming in. I'm going to do my best. But if you guys maybe can't be on the live or anything like that, if you upgrade to captain, you'll be able to get your request in, and I cover these first. So I'll start here with JT for NVO. How's everybody doing today? What's going on, Dustin? What's going on, Neil? What's going on, Thom, Bob, Big Charlie? What do we got? The 040. What's going on? Mike, how you doing, brother? We're looking at NVO. NVO is the first request here from JT. Let me go ahead and switch back to the normal candles here. So NVO just reported earnings today. Or did they report? Yeah, they reported earnings today. Did they? Did they report earnings after the bell or before? Hold on, let me check. I thought they reported before. TradingView saying they reported after. But I still like this one. I think this is one of the best looking healthcare plays right now. I mean, as long as it holds on to 40, it looks really good. Again, the last time we got a green dot, I know the dot is red right now, but again, we got that green dot on this candle here. So as long as it holds on to that support right there at like 45, it looks really good. I think it looks really good down here for a swing. So again, ideally, we want to be buying down here, and then when you get the green dot, you want to hold for 1 to 6 months. Okay, 1 to 6 month hold here. Okay, so you're holding. Okay, so I'd be holding and looking for places to add here. Okay, and look at that. You got the green dot on the daily yesterday. Our target's always up here in the red zone, so we're targeting 110. I still like that one a lot. BMY is the other one. Bristol Myers. This one is also, it doesn't have the green monthly yet. I think it popped up for a second. But as long as this one holds on to like 44, I think it looks really good. You can see how we're kind of building the base right here. I think this one's going to turn to the upside. I just wait for that green dot there on the monthly to add to your position if you're already in one, or wait to take a position until you get that green dot. You can see the last one came back here in 2024. That came around 41, and it popped all the way up there to 62. So I still like that one. That green dot will be the confirmation. And the next one's going to be WLK. So that one has a red dot, and it's looking like it's coming back down. So I would have had a stop loss on this one at 68. That was the bottom of that green candle right there. It broke. So you want to be looking for places to average down. So if you entered here, okay, you can either sell and then wait for that green dot to come back, or just look for a place to average down. I think that's probably going to go down there to 60. So we'll see what happens. But that one is red here, so you want to use caution. You could cut losses here, or you could just simply wait for another green dot to come back, and then you could enter again. So if you bought it right here at 70 and it goes down to, say, 50, right? Say it comes down to 50, you could average down, buy more on the next monthly, and then your average cost will go from 60 all the way down. If you buy it at 60 and you buy at 50, then you're in it. If you bought at 70 and you bought at 50, your average cost is going to be 60. So again, I'd just be waiting for either this dot to fade away or for the green dot to print if this prints. So I think 60 is a big level for this. It looks like home buyers are getting hit pretty hard. That's actually a chemicals company, I believe. TAI, TARS AI. So this is a very new project, and there's no data on the monthly. So if you guys have the indicator and you can't see the data, it's because it's too new. There's not enough data to feed the actual indicator. So we can't make a decision. So what we need to do is go into the weekly. And what I'd be doing on this is just looking for the weekly dot. And we do call these signals out over here in the Discord under the trade alerts section. So we call out all the monthlies, we call out the weeklies, we call out the dailies, and we also call out all the red dots as well. So what I'd be looking for on TAI is a weekly signal because, again, we don't have the monthly data. So you can see the last time we got the weekly was actually right here at around 5 cents. It's now sitting at 3. So this is a very new project. Everyone was super hyped about this back here at 45 cents. This was the talk of the town back here. But again, when everybody's screaming about it, when everyone's yelling about it, that's not the time to buy. The time to buy is when people are quiet, right? The stealth phase. Not a lot of stuff going on. Or obviously down here when everyone's panicking. So if you believe in TARS AI, I think 3 cents is a really good spot to buy it. But if you want confirmation, I would just wait for the weekly here. So again, if you entered here at 5, right? If you entered here on September at around 5 cents, okay, now what you could do is you're holding, and then when that green dot comes back, you can buy more and get your average cost down. Another rule that I don't think I talk a lot enough about is going to be the 5% rule. So you never want to exceed more than 5% of your total portfolio in one trade. Okay, what that means is that if you have a $10,000 portfolio, you never want to exceed 5%. So if you want to know what 5% of your total portfolio is, you put in your total amount, which is 10,000, and then you multiply that by 0.05. Okay, that's 5%. So you should never invest more than $500 at a time on a single dot. So if you put in 5% here and 5% on the next one, right, you're getting your average cost down, and then obviously writing it out till it comes back up here and gives you a red dot. But a lot of people were buying this one up here at 40, 50 cents. It's obvious to see when we should not be buying. When this wave is way up here, especially on a weekly chart, we do not want to be looking to enter. We want to buy these dips right here. What else we got? H-bar. So H-bar has a red weekly here. So I'm watching 15 cents on H-bar like a hawk. I would set a stop loss on H-bar at 15 cents if you took that weekly entry. I believe this one is still red on the monthly, though. So, again, doesn't look like a great place to long it. Okay, but 15 cents, as long as that can hold, if we can pump here into the end of the week, and possibly next week, it has to hold 15 cents. If you're in the name, I would use a stop loss right there at 15 cents. Okay, right there at the bottom of this candle right there. Okay, it's a really interesting time. I'd be lying to you guys if I said what way I think crypto's going to break right now. I'd be lying to you. I do think altcoins are going to have a move, but just because I think that doesn't mean that it's actually going to happen. Okay, we just got to look and see what the charts tell us. Right now it says 15 cents is support here on H-bar. What's the daily look like? So the daily's trying to reverse today. So like I said, if we break and lose 15 cents, okay, this trade is off. What I'd look for on H-bar right now is a daily. If that daily confirmation, that daily dot can come tomorrow or the day after that, and we hold on to 15 cents, I think we're going to look pretty good. So target on this is all the way up to 30 cents. If that hits 30 cents, that's a 62% move. So I would just use a stop loss right there at 15 cents. Rose is getting hammered. That one is red on the monthly, but it's looking like it's trying to reverse here. So look at the weekly here. So the weekly, you could use the weekly dot, but right now we're just kind of consolidating, just kind of going sideways here. Okay, again, time to sell right here back in December. Now it's gotten clobbered, and we're just going sideways. So sideways isn't necessarily a bad thing. That's just consolidation. Okay, consolidation. Going sideways, we're not going up, we're not going down. We're just kind of ranging. Okay, what I'd watch for on Rose is the green dot there on the weekly and the monthly. That's where I'd be looking to add. Okay, that's trying to bottom right there at around a penny. BZAI, Blaze Holdings. Yeah, if we can get this video to 300 likes on the video by Friday's stream, I'll give away 100 XRP. 100 XRP giveaway if we can get this video to 300 likes. If we can do it on stream, I'll give away 200 XRP. How's that? 200 XRP if we can get to it on stream. Okay, I'm up in the ante. I don't think we can do it. It's never happened. But it would be awesome to see, man. It'd be awesome to see. So BZAI does have the monthly dot. So we're in here on the daily now looking for pullback. So I like this one. Looks like an AI, or this is an AI. Blaze Holdings. I'd look for the daily on this one. So again, you got the monthly confirmation, right? That's a signal that, hey, we're going higher on the monthly. I don't know what this company is or what it does, so hopefully you do if you're investing in it. But one thing I will say is it's a penny stock. They're hardly making any money. Okay, $2 million last quarter, not very good. Okay, I don't necessarily like to buy stocks that don't have at least a $1 billion in revenue. So you're buying a penny stock here. If you want to trade it, I would look for the green dot there on the daily. OMCL. And again, guys, I'll take some chart requests from the chat once we get through our members' requests over here in the Discord. This one's looking nice. It is pumping here, so it's green on the monthly. Everything's reverse, and this one actually looks really good. This one actually looks good. So we'd be targeting up here in the red zone. The red zone is always going to be our target for the price, and that's sitting anywhere from 48 to 52 right now. Okay, it's coming up there into the 50% line. You could put a trailing stop loss right here at around 32, and then let that puppy ride. So target would be 48 to 50. ILMN. Lumia. That one had a nice pop after earnings there. I'd move your stop loss up to 110. And it's green on the monthly, so that's good. So we're just looking for that red zone to take profits. That's up there between 140 and 150. Nice move off of earnings. That one looks good. Watch for that continuation. I'd probably sell that one at like 145. Quick Logic Corporation. These guys, another penny stock here. Target would be 12. It's got a red dot there on the daily. I don't really trade penny stocks, guys, just to let you guys know. I don't mess around with the penny stocks. I like to buy good quality companies, good quality projects. But if you're trading this one using our strategy, we're looking for the red zone between $10 and $12. ADA, Cardano. Cardano is also red on the monthly here. So again, I'm watching right now. I know our strategy is based on the monthly and the daily, but the one between those two time frames is the weekly. So you could see that there's serious support right here on Cardano, right there at 50 cents. So you got support, All we're missing is that signal there on the weekly. So if we can get a weekly signal here and a pump going into December, you should see a move like that. But again, if you're looking at it from a long-term perspective, right? Every time the chart's been down here, okay, right here, that green dot came right there at around 60. It popped up to 80, pulled back. Green dot right there at 60, popped up to $1, pulled back. You can see the waves back down here on the weekly. So as long as you're buying down here, I think you're beating 90% of the retail, because a lot of retail's only buying up here because everyone's chatting about it, talking about it, everyone's excited. So I'd wait for the weekly signal here on ADA if you want to take a stab at it. If that comes down to 40, I might take a bite, but I just want to see that weekly signal there on Cardano. And then again, the weekly chart is going to feed the monthly chart, right? So if we're going up on the weekly time frame, that's going to mean that the monthly's also reversing. So I do like to look at the weekly sometimes, especially in the market like right now with this big dip that we've gotten here. Look at ICP coming back alive here, up 10%. That's beautiful. So Cardano, I just simply wait for that weekly alert. Again, we do call these alerts out over here in the Discord. The weekly alerts are called out right here. The monthly alerts, so on and so forth. Okay, and I have a how to trade the signals right over here under the dots and signals. This tells you how to trade each and every signal. ARB. I actually have this one in my portfolio as well. I think my average cost is like 18 cents, but again, I'm going to revert you to the monthly. You need the green dot there on the monthly or the weekly. You're going to want to wait for one of those. If you want to try to get a jump on the monthly, wait for the weekly. I think that's coming probably in the next 1 to 3 weeks. I'm simply just looking for that. Okay, last time we got one was right here in June. That came at 30 cents. It popped all the way up to 60 cents. That's 100% trade. It doesn't look like much, but 30 cents to 60 cents That's a 2x. So you put in 10,000 here, you made 10,000. Okay, now you have 20,000. You can cash out on the red, okay, and get back in when we get another green one. So that one's looking good. I like the pullback. I just want to see that green dot there on ARB. We covered H-bar already. Frank the Tank says CLX, Clorox. Yeah, these are the plays I think that are going to be very interesting. Clorox, you just need the monthly. That thing's broken out. That looks really ugly. I'd wait for the monthly on Clorox. Okay, but these are the value plays. If tech starts selling off, they're going to rotate into value names like Clorox. Okay, but that is just ugly. That one's on the watch list, I believe. That one is on the watch list. Let me go ahead and add that one. If it's not, no, it's in the watch list. So we're just waiting on the monthly signal for Clorox, but I like the pullback. I mean, that thing was up here at 240 back in COVID. Remember, everyone was all concerned about COVID, so they were buying Clorox wipes and stuff. 240 all the way down to 108. Again, we just need the signal. BMY, yeah, we covered that one. We just need that signal for confirmation. I do have a trade on BMY just because I'm bullish on healthcare stocks right now. I would love to see that monthly pop here this month. So just looking for that. CLPBY. And I will get to your guys' chart requests here in the chat. Just sit tight. I just want to make sure I get through all our members' requests over here first. CLPBY. PBY. That one's an OTC stock. It does have the green monthly, so that looks good. I can't trade this one, but target would be up there at 13. Okay, another, they make $1 billion, but it's an OTC stock, so that's not going to be on Robinhood. I use Robinhood to trade stocks. I like this one a lot, Frank, as long as it can hold on to $9. Target up there would be 13. You can see it does have our signal here on the monthly. Last time we got that was back here in 2023 at around 11. It popped up to 14 for a nice trade. LBY. Is that LBY? LYB. LYB has the green monthly. It's a falling knife right now, though. So, I don't know what this company is. They make a lot of money. Looks very interesting down here. Looks like the bottom was down here at like 32. So, yes, it does have the green dot there on the monthly, but it looks like a falling knife. It looks like it has pretty good support right there at 40, though. So, again, if you're going long and you believe in the company, I don't think this is a bad spot to be adding here off the green dot. Okay, again, we're waiting 6 months for that to play out. We're not buying and hoping it goes back up here to 120 tomorrow. We're buying and holding for that 1 to 6 month period of time. So you can see the last time price was down here, okay, it got the green dot and it absolutely ripped from 47 all the way up there to 120. So that actually looks good. I actually like that one. NYL, or NLY. That's great on the monthly. So again, we're in here on the daily. The daily is in the red zone, though. So we'd be looking to sell the next daily red dot here inside of the red zone on LLY. We got Starbucks, S-Bucks. Starbucks is popping here off of 80. That's a double bottom. Okay, you got a bottom, a pump, and a bottom again. That's a double bottom right there. So I don't think this one's green on the monthly yet. But if you're going to play this one, if you want to play the double bottom pattern here, I would just use a stop loss at 78. Target on that would be up here between 110 and 115. Starbucks is a little too woke for me. I can't trade Starbucks. Coca-Cola, still red on the monthly. You need the green monthly. Roblox. You said possible short position. Yeah, I mean that thing's coming down, dude. You should have took the short right here in September at 140. It's already down 40% from that level. But yeah, I would be shorting this one probably down here to 40. I'd be targeting 40 on a short there. Okay, they had some earnings. They're making a decent amount of money, but again, when a stock looks like this, gone straight up here, great time to short, especially when you get the red dot there. I would definitely be looking for a short on Roblox here. So if you want to short, right, we inverse our strategy. So just like we're looking to buy on the green dots, we want to short on the red dots. Okay, so we'd open up a short position here, and then we'd be looking to add to our short position on the red dot. So there was another opportunity to short it right there at 125. If this thing gets a bounce like back to 125, you could add to your position. But yeah, I'd be targeting $40 on Roblox for a short here. KULR. This is the Tylenol company that Trump just absolutely clapped with a tweet. Wait, KULR? I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. I'd be waiting for the green dot there. Wait for the green dot there on the monthly. It's got support down here at... I can't even see it for some reason. Take this off. At $1. So look for the green monthly. Zoom into the weekly if you want to. Yeah, it's got support down there at $1. This thing went all the way up to 40 and pulled all the way back. Oh, it had a stock split. It had a stock split. So again, the strategy doesn't change. Just look for the green dot on a macro time frame. That'll be your entry. Ondo needs to see, it doesn't have any data on the monthly, so we're on the weekly here. Same kind of thing. We want that weekly signal there on Ondo. Okay, I would love to see a weekly dot on Ondo. I think I will open up a position when we get that. If we can get Ondo at 40 cents, that would be epic. But you could see that it has really strong support here. You can see it bounce right here in June, and it bounced back here in September. So this area at 60 cents is a big support level. Okay, that's a 1 year support level. This thing hasn't been out very long. So again, all we can do is sit on our hands right now and wait for that green dot to come. Okay, I would be looking at the weekly on Ondo. Okay, watch for that weekly signal on Ondo. Rose. We covered Rose. We covered that one. XDC. XDC. Same thing. Just needs the signal here. Okay, it's red on the weekly, red on the monthly. With our strategy, we just don't play that. Okay, we don't want to play it. We want to be disciplined. Okay, our strategy is based on logic, data, and discipline. We're not trying to guess. We don't have to guess, guys. We do not have to guess. All we got to do is wait for the signal. Okay, that's all we need to do. So I'd be watching the monthly or the weekly, whichever one you prefer to play here. Yeah, that's all I can tell you on XDC. Uniswap, I dropped a video on this today. I really like Uniswap right now. Yeah, I like Uniswap's weekly chart a lot, simply because last time we got a green dot was back here at $5. Just at the same price we're sitting at right now, we pumped all the way to 12. Same thing right here, $5, pumped all the way to 18. Same thing back here, $5, $4, pumped all the way to 17. So Uniswap's one of my favorite looking cryptos right now. I just want to see that confirmation again. Uniswap is in my portfolio as well. And again, the monthly is not showing green just yet, but we are at a very strong support here around $5 on Uniswap. I think that's a good risk to reward play right now. The best thing you can do right now, in my opinion, is wait for the weekly. Once you get the weekly, just because of how accurate these things are, the deeper the blue wave, the better. Right? The deeper the blue wave, the better. Look how deep the blue wave is. Same area we were at in April. Remember in April when everyone was panicking about tariffs and losing their minds, saying the bear market, the bull market's over, blah, blah, blah. Okay? That's because they were all buying up here at 18. Okay? They got crushed. So they were in despair. Right? They were down here in despair. So they were hating crypto. But again, take the emotion out of it. Right? You can't be emotional if you're going to trade. You got to use logic. We got to use data, and we got to use discipline. So Uniswap, I think that will bottom when we get the weekly signal there. Render, RNDR. Keep in mind, guys, like I pointed out on the Fear and Greed Index, where are we right now? Are people excited? Are people jumping? Are people screaming, saying XRP is going to 10,000 by the end of the year? No. People are scared. People are uncertain. And they have every right to be, because right now is a very uncertain time. But you could see, right? Warren Buffett says buy when people are fearful and sell when they're greedy. And we can all agree. I mean, the data right now says that we're in fear. People are fearful. Okay? And this is calculated by people, retail specifically, selling. Right? Retail is selling their crypto. They're giving up. Right? They're quitting. Okay? They're down here. Okay? They're in despair. They just watched their bags go down 30%. If you get caught and you're down here on your position, it's not a good time to sell. Okay? At least wait until we come back up to greed if you want to sell. I know it's easy to do. The problem with investing in stocks and crypto is it's so easy to click a button and sell. But you guys only lose on a position if you sell it. You guys understand that? The only way to lose on a trade is when you sell. Okay, I tried to talk about this in the Discord earlier this week. If you bought a house tomorrow, an investment property, a piece of real estate, and the price of housing crashed 50%, would you rush to a real estate agent to say, I want to sell my house right now? No, you wouldn't do that. You probably just hold it. You probably just not look at it or think about it and wait till things come back, because things normally throughout history have always bounced back. Through every bear market we've been through every downturn we've been through, it always eventually bounces back. Okay, if you look at the S&P 500, this is the top 500 stocks in cryptocurrency. I'm sorry, the top 500 stocks in the stock market. Let's just look at the monthly chart of the SPY here. It's always gone up. Yes, there's been big dips. There's been dips. There's been dips. But if you zoom out, we're up and to the right, baby. And this worries me, guys. I'm not going to lie. Like, I sold a lot of my stocks last night just because, I don't know, something weird's going on, dude. I mean, we have been on a parabolic move. Something's got to crack, right? This can't keep going like this. Okay, Trump's on TV saying the golden age, the golden age, the golden age. Trump's part of the smart money, though. I mean, he's part of the clan. I mean, I voted for the guy, but again, I'm taking all my emotions out of it. I just look at the charts, right? Look at this chart. There needs to be some type of pullback eventually. So I'm sitting pretty heavy cash. I do have some short positions on NVIDIA. I know everyone's calling me crazy for short NVIDIA. PLTR, SoFi, I'm shorting those stocks. I'm also shorting Tesla as well with TSDD. But again, those are for a year and a half out right now. I got a year and a half, 12 candles to go. So I'm guessing there's going to be some type of correction here eventually, just because it looks like we're in a freaking bubble right now. So something's weird. I'd rather sit cash right now until things make a little more sense. There's just so much weird stuff going on in the world today. I can't even begin to try to explain all that stuff. But here we are. NVO. I guess my whole point with that was we always recover, right? I'm saying, yeah, I think there's going to be a dip eventually, but I know we're going to recover because we always have throughout history. I mean, unless the grid goes out or something, I think that's the only thing that's going to take the markets out. I've always said the only risk to crypto is the grid going out. If the electrical grid goes out, crypto will be worth nothing. But unless that happens, I think crypto will always be a thing. It will always be around. It's not going anywhere. It's too big now. There's institutions, there's businesses, there's companies. They're all buying it. Countries, governments, right? They're all getting into the space. So the only thing that would take it out is if we're not able to trade it or anything like that anymore, right? So that's my biggest risk. And that could happen. I mean, you never know. You never know what's going to happen in the world. And again, if that happens, money's not going to matter. You're going to be more worried about shelter and food. NVO, I still like this one. This is one of my favorite healthcare plays right now. I have a position on it, and I'm still holding. I know it has a red dot on the monthly, but just because it has a red dot on the monthly, it's only November. So if we pump here, if we go green here into the end of the month, okay, if we go green, I might actually add to this position, dude. It just looks so good. As long as it holds 45, I think it looks really good. So if the price goes up, this dot can fade away. So if you're playing NVO, I just use a stop loss at 45. Yeah, I'd really like NVO. RSR, I got stopped out of this one. Looking at the weekly here. Look for the weekly dot on RSR. WLFI, it's World Liberty Financial, Trump's crypto company. That one's looking like it's basing here at 10 cents. Again, it's a very new project. It just came out. All we need is a green dot here on the daily. We can't even see the data on the weekly on this one. So I like this one as long as it holds on to 10 cents. I just wait for that green daily dot there on World Liberty Financial. And the last one from our members over here is going to be KULR. Go ahead and get your requests in the chat right now, and I will go ahead and cover those for you guys. KULR is down here at the bottom of the golden zone. So if you like this company, if you believe in the project, I think $3 is a great grab on it. Just because it was all the way up here at 40. Looks like they did a stock split, though. So the stock splits kind of ruin the charts. But if I were to play this one, I'd look for the daily here. I don't know anything about this company. They don't make a whole lot of money, so they're a penny stock. I don't mess around with penny stocks personally, but if you're targeting a price, I'd be targeting 32 to 36. I don't even know if that's valid because, again, they did a stock split. So the ones that do a stock split are kind of hard to get a grasp on. So I'd look for the weekly or the daily signal on KULR. So that's it for our members' requests. Again, if you guys want to get your requests covered no matter what on these streams, maybe you can't make the live stream, or maybe there's so many requests in chat that I can't get to yours, just click on this link over here in the chart request thread. It's just going to take you to the membership page, and we have 2 different memberships. The Spartan membership is going to get you access to everything. The trade alerts, our weekly watch lists, trade support, advanced analysis. We do giveaways. And then the captain rank is the one that's going to unlock the chart requests for you guys. So there are 2 different memberships. If you want your chart requests covered no matter what on Wednesdays, if you want me to take a look at the chart, just upgrade to captain. Plans start at $4 a month if you guys want to be a Spartan. The Spartan membership, in my opinion, is a great deal for all the trade alerts and everything that you get. The only difference in these is there's a captain's chat, and you get to request charts for these Wednesday videos. So with that being said, go ahead and drop your guys' chart requests in the chat now. I will be taking questions and chart requests from the chat. ICP's going back over 6 here. Wow. ICP's on a ripper here. All right, what do we got? I see one for Bob for DJT. DJT, nothing's changed with our stance. We're simply just waiting on the green monthly. Okay, I have a pretty hefty position on this. My entry's like 17. So I'm down like 20% on the position, but I'm literally just holding this thing until we get a red dot on the monthly. So I'm willing to hold this thing for 2 to 5 years. That's my stance on it. That green dot on the monthly is going to be a great place to enter. That's all we need to do is just wait for that signal. So down here at 14, if you want, I would just wait for the monthly. Okay, don't jump the gun like I did. I played the weekly right here at like 17, and I'm down 20% on the position. So if you want to look to add to it, I would just wait for the monthly on DJT. I see one for SUI. SUI is still red on the monthly. So $2 is going to be very strong support for SUI. You can see we bounced at 169 there. Again, if you want to play the weekly, I would look for the weekly dot. If you want to play the monthly, I'd look for the monthly. We're definitely not out of the woods yet, guys. I know we're green today, but we're definitely not out of the woods. Once we start seeing the weekly dots, I'm going to feel a lot better about this being a bottom. After the weekly dots normally come the monthly dot, so I would not rush into SUI here. I would simply wait for that signal there, at least on the weekly. Donut has earnings tomorrow. Donut has earnings tomorrow. So we've been I've had a position on this for 2 months now. I think we bought this green dot back here in July, maybe 4 months. It hasn't really moved. We bought it at around $3, but they have earnings tomorrow. So you guys saw Snapchat had earnings today. What's Snapchat up after hours? Snapchat's up 17% after hours on their earnings beat. And again, that green dot is showing up here on Donut. So, I mean, I can't really tell you because I think they're going to beat earnings tomorrow and they're going to go up personally. As long as this thing holds on to $3, I think it's great. I think it's a great investment. It's kind of got that meme stock vibe to it. I mean, this thing was all the way up here at $17 back in May of 2024, just last year. It's at $3. Have you guys ever had a Krispy Kreme donut? I love Krispy Kreme. Okay, if it goes back to 17, 385% move. So I like this one. It's got earnings tomorrow. We'll see how that plays out. UNH, yeah, keep getting those requested, guys. And if we can get this video to 300 likes on the video by Friday. If you're watching the replay, smash that like, drop a comment down in the comment section. Let me know you're watching. And if we can get to 300 likes by, by Friday, I'll give away 100 XRP. If we can do it live on the stream before we sign off today, I will give away 200 XRP. That's around a $500 pot for you guys here in the chat if you guys are joining live. So if we make it on the replay, that's just as good. So UNH here. So again, here's our strategy, right? We have the monthly dot. So this tells us that the bulls are in control, right? That tells us that the bulls are in control, that we're going up on a monthly time frame. If I switch over to the Heikinashi here again, got the green dot there on the monthly. Beautiful. I'm going to say as long as this one holds 300, okay, it looks really good. Okay, $300 looks really good. So what we're doing right now on the daily chart is we're simply waiting for that green dot. Okay, you need to wait for the green dot. So this is going to set up nicely. Okay, we got the green dot on the monthly. Check that off. Now we need the daily dot after a pullback. So watch for the daily on UNH. Target on that's 560 to 600. Yeah, smash that like. Appreciate you, Leo. You the man. Thank you. Simon says, hey, Overkill, awesome content. Great Discord. Thank you, brother. We put in work over there, man. Shout out to all the Spartans, all the captains, all the recruits, everybody tuning in. I love you guys. I absolutely love you guys. Okay, it's way better to win with people than it is to win by yourself. I think we have the best investing community online. AERO, and again, I don't pump coins. I don't do the pump and dump. I don't take paid promotions. I just try to keep everything simple. I try to keep everything simple. Okay, all of our strategy is based on logic, data, and discipline. Okay, those are the three things that we focus on here. Okay, the charts are the only thing that matter to me in investing. Obviously, I want to buy good companies. I want to buy good quality projects. But in the end, right, we're using the data. What does the indicator say? Okay, the indicator says here, this was a good time to buy back in April, right? Got the green dot right there on Aerodome, 40 cents all the way up to 150. If you guys would have played this dot or this dot, okay, at 50 cents, okay, logically, that was a good place to add. That was a 262% move. So right now on Arrow, I would just be looking for the green dot here on the weekly. That's how I'd play that one. And guys, I'm switching between the normal candles and the Heikinashi candles here. If you guys want to change your candle type, I do like looking at the Heikinashi sometimes. I also use the normal candles. The Heikinashis are pretty good. They pair pretty good with the green and red dots. So just for fun, I'm going to look at the Heikinashis here for today's stream. But normally, all the alerts are called out based on the normal candles. That's why we use those. But I like the Heikinashi candles as well. Right when you get that candle change there, that's normally a good time to enter, especially when it's paired with a green dot like that. Normally you get the big move. But Aerodome, again, same thing. Like every other crypto right now, I'd be looking for the green monthly. I'm sorry, the green weekly. This one doesn't have any data here on the monthly chart. Again, we can't see our indicator here, so I would be looking to the weekly chart here on Aerodome Finance. The share button's not working. Yeah, ICP looks phenomenal. Look at that. Last time we turned the corner like this thing went from 8 all the way up to 15. So we bought this one at like $3. My entry on this is $3. I'm targeting 12. I'm kind of just pulling that out of my rear end, but I think it makes sense, right? If you draw a trend line here, let me just draw a trend line on this. So trend line, let's go from that top to that top. I guess that kind of put us at $8, but I like ICP a lot. It dipped all the way back down to like $4 yesterday, $4.60. But I mean that looks very strong, and it has the green monthly. So I think for a 1 to 6 month swing, this looks really good. No really telling where it's going to stop. So all we can do is use our sell strategy, right? If you want to wait for the stochastic RSI to come back up here and touch the white dotted line, great. That's probably what I'm going for on ICP right here, just because the momentum is very strong. Okay, and you never know what can happen with these altcoins. Like, look at Zcash. Look at this thing, dude. Look at this. We got this green dot back here in September. What was the price? $50. It's up to 500 right now. That was a 10x trade if you guys entered on that signal. And that was called out in the Discord, 800%. But now everybody's wanting to buy Zcash, but you're too late, right? The signal came here in September at 50. Okay, and again, that's not me pulling that out of my rear end, guys. Everything I do, I try to back with data. That's what the chart says. Okay, you had one right there in May at 50, 40 or $50. This one right here in September. Now everybody's talking about Zcash. Why is that? Because it's up here. They're in delusion. Now they're like, oh, Zcash is the next Bitcoin. It's going to be the next big thing, right? Down here, right? Nobody was talking about it. Okay. And that's just how the markets go. So I would be a seller of Zcash up here. Snapchat, big beat. Big beat on its earnings here. So that thing is up at 840. It was above 9 there for a second. I think this one's going to see some continuation here. Our target on that's still $12. Still 12. Okay, the entry on Snap came back here in July. I got in at 9, and then I got in again on this green dot right here at 7. So my average cost, I'm playing options, so I don't really have an average cost, but that's a really nice move here after hours. I think it's up like 20% after hours. So I think that'll see some continuation tomorrow. My target on Snap is still up here at around $12. Again, that's just in the red zone there. That's what the data says. Target. Bob's still holding Target. I sold my Target, but it's looking like it wants to reverse here. So I still like Target. I just got bored with it. I thought my money was better put elsewhere. Above 85, Bob, you look good. Okay, I put a stop loss at 85. Target's going to be between 140 and 150 on that. SMR. Go ahead and drop your chart requests, guys. Chart requests up in the chat. SMR, not my favorite look at trade here. They got earnings, what? Thursday. Your selling opportunity was right here. Red dot in the red zone in October at around 50 bucks. Ugh, just so choppy right now. I would personally be selling this one before earnings. If it was me, I'd sell it before earnings. If they beat earnings and it skyrockets, great. But some of these names have been falling really hard on their earnings, right? You don't want that thing to come back down to 20 and get smoked. I would at least sell half before earnings. Looks like earnings is tomorrow after hours. Sonic down at 12 cents. This thing's gotten hammered. Is this thing on Coinbase? Yeah, it is. Wow. So no data on our. You don't even have data on the weekly. So this is a really new coin. Looks like 10 cents is the support. So again, if you like the project, that thing's had a massive dip. So again, no data on the weekly or the monthly. Maybe it's on a different exchange. Let's check Binance. Okay, so the Binance one has data. So what I'd look for is the weekly signal here on S. That's Sonic there. ACN. ACN. This looks good. I think this one doesn't have the monthly yet, but you can see how it's kind of curling, kind of building the base right there at 225. I like this one. This is worth a look. They got earnings in December, so again, big pullback from 400 down to 250. All you're missing is the green dot there. You just need that green dot, just like you got right here at 280, pumped up to 400. I just wait for the signal. Okay, I think 225 looks like very solid support, though, on ACN. QNT. Keep those chart requests rolling, folks. We need another 200 likes here on the stream for a 200 XRP giveaway. If we can get it on the replay, if you guys are watching the replay, tuning into the live on the replay, just smash the like. If we can get the 300 likes by Friday, again, I'll give away 100 XRP to somebody over here in the Discord. We do a lot of giveaways over here. We just gave away 10 link. I believe that was last week. So we do a lot of giveaways over here in the Discord as well. QNT. Someone requested QNT. That's a nice hammer candle right there. So again, look for the weekly on this one. Okay, last time we got the weekly was right here in April, 67 all the way up there to 137. That was beautiful. Okay, I like QNT. It just needs that signal. APT, Aptos. Yeah, what's Aptos doing? Wow, that one dropped below 3. I didn't see that happening. I'd look for the monthly on this one. Wow, I didn't think that was going to drop below 3, but it did. Yeah, they're hammering altcoins right now. They are absolutely hammering them. I don't think we're out of the woods yet. I want to see at least the weekly signals start to pop here. Okay, you're getting Aptos at the cheapest price it's ever been, right? It was back here in 2023, 2 years ago, it was $3. That was the low. It went all the way up to 20. So, again, if you're looking at it from a macro standpoint, you got to think, if I believe in this project, if I think Aptos is going to do good over time, which you should. If you're investing into something, you should believe in the project. You should believe that it's going to go higher, not lower. It's going to go higher. Okay? So, you're getting it at the cheapest price ever. Does that make sense? You're getting it at the most discounted price it's ever been. So, I would wait for the weekly signal. Okay, the weekly or the monthly, one of the two. Those are the two macro signals that are the most important. We want to have those on the chart. That's going to verify that we're at or close to a bottom. Okay, that the bears are stepping back in. God, look at the daily. The daily's even way down there right now. What else we got? Filecoin. Filecoin. We got the request piling in today. 108 likes on the video, folks. Can we get to 300 here on the stream? Can we do it? I'll give away 200 XRP on the live. I'll do it. If we can get the 300 likes on stream, I'll give away 200 XRP. 200 of it. Filecoin, I got a position on this one as well. Obviously, it's down a little bit. I entered it like 155 after that big dip, just because it's literally at all-time lows right now. It's back here at 2019 lows right here. See that? 2019 lows. Look at that. Lowest it's ever been. This thing was up at $200. So I went long on Filecoin. They're a storage company, or they're a storage project. They store data, decentralized storage project there. I think it's going to do really good over time. If that thing went back to $25, I would be really, really happy. So best thing we can do on Filecoin is wait for the monthly or the weekly signal. That monthly signal, I think, will send it. What else we got? Snap is up 25% after hours. It's actually only up 14% now. It was up 25%. But it looks like it's selling off a little bit of profit taken. Alts, ALTS. ALTS is a stock. A lot of people got confused on that, but it is a stock. So this one gave the green dot here on the weekly. I played that green weekly dot last week. I think my entry's like 212. So I'm down like a hair. But I like the chart. These guys have a really big position in World Liberty Financial. So just like how we want to sell up here in the red zone, we want to buy down here in the golden zone. And you can see it's right at the bottom of this fib. So this is a penny stock. I know I told you guys earlier I don't buy penny stocks, but they got some interesting partnerships and a big range back to the red zone. So if this goes back to the red zone, right, you're talking about a massive, massive move to the upside here. Look at this. 360% all the way up to the red zone there, around 10. So that's a big, big return if that actually plays out. And they got partnerships with World Liberty Financial. They got partnerships. They got a lot of interesting partnerships. So I'm long on this company. I'm long on it. I see one from Ron, CTSH. And if you guys want your priority request in the chat, there's a join button somewhere on this video. That'll make you become a YouTube Spartan. So maybe you don't like Discord. Maybe you just want to be on YouTube. I'm going to take the YouTube Spartan request before anybody. You can see Ron's name there in the chat is green. That's because he's a YouTube Spartan. So there's a join button somewhere on this. It just helps you stand out. Again, you can see how many requests I'm getting. I can only cover one at a time. So, yeah, if you guys want priority, I mean, you got to pay, right? So I think it's like $4 or $5 on YouTube to become a Spartan. So I appreciate all the Spartans, all the captains, even the recruits. And I just want to keep providing as much value as possible for you guys. CTSH, this one looks pretty good. With a stop at 72. I don't like how far up the wave is right now, but I think as long as you have a trailing stop there at 72, hopefully you got in off the green dot here at 65, like our strategy says. We want to buy the day of the green dot here on the daily. Okay, and that thing's popping. Target would be up there at 88. I'm going to guess the monthly is green on this, just based on the chart. Yeah, you got a monthly green dot, so that looks good. I'd put a stop loss on this one at 70. You can put it at these lows down here at $70. Just put the stop at 70 and you should be good. Target would be up here at 88. I see one for Oxy. OXY. I actually got stopped out on Oxy today off the red dot. I actually sold my Oxy today. It broke 40. So I had a stop loss at $40. I got stopped out. I just didn't like the red dot there on the monthly. So again, I don't know which way this thing's going to break, but red dot, it broke 40. I didn't like that. I sold it today. Actually went for OP. OP needs the monthly. It's sitting right here at the 2022 lows at 37 cents. Target on that's up here at around $1.20. $1.20 on that one. But again, you're getting it at a 3-year low right now. Okay, so all you need is either the green monthly or the green weekly. One of the two will be a good place to snag that one. But again, you're buying it at the 3-year low right now. So you're buying it at all-time lows. XCN. Jim Fox, what's going on, brother? Jim Fox is ranked up to a YouTube Spartan. Welcome, brother. Welcome. XCN. Ugh. Gross. Just gross. It needs the monthly. Monthly or the weekly. Okay? RIP to everybody that took this trade. Ugh. I haven't liked this one since this red dot right here at around 0.015. So, again, the red dot tells you that we're going down. Okay? I'm not the person sitting here telling you we're going to go up and down. It's the indicator, folks. It is the indicator. So, I would wait for a green dot here on the monthly. I heard that these guys pay like 31% APY on their staking platform on their website. So if you're still holding, I'd put it in that staking platform and just forget about it until this wave comes back up there. But that could take some time. Jim, welcome. Thank you for the support, brother. MTPFL, Metaplanet. Oof. What is this one? Metaplanet. Sounds cool. It's pretty new, so I can't really tell you a whole lot. It just came out in December of last year, so what I could tell you is that we bounced down here at around 170, so you mind telling me what this thing is? It's got the weekly, so that was good. If you believe in it, I mean, this was up here at $12 back here in June. So down here at 2, it looks good. I mean, if you're long on it, I'd just wait for this wave to come back up here, but looks like they haven't even really reported earnings. So I guess they did. They reported 8.6 million. Let's look this one up. MTPLF. MTPLF. So if you guys are a member, if you're a Spartan over here in the Discord, you have access to this research tool. So all you got to do is type in /info, and then if you type in the ticker MTPLF, Metaplanet, it'll tell you everything that it does. So it's a restaurant company in Japan, it looks like. Pivotal player in the field of immersed digital environments, focusing on the development and integration of virtual and augmented reality technologies. The company's primary goal is to facilitate the transformation of digital interactions across diverse sectors, including education, healthcare, and real estate, enabling innovative solutions that enhance user experience and increase engagement. Looks like VR. I don't know why it says restaurants. That's kind of weird. But, yeah, kind of a penny stock there. Only a $3 million company, so that's like a penny stock there. It's not even listed on the NASDAQ yet, but I'd buy it. If you believe in it, if you like it, I'd play that green dot right there, Jim. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's where I know it from. Metaplanet buys Bitcoin just like MicroStrategies. I like it. I like it down here at $2. You can see we're at bottom back here, right? See the support back here in March and February? It bottomed at 150. So, bottom, rip. So that's an interesting looking chart there. I'll give you that. It's got a green dot on the weekly. So again, it's all the matter of, do you believe in this company? Do you believe in this project, right? If you do believe in it, great. Now let's look at the technicals. Okay. The technicals look good. The weekly looks good down here. It might go back down to 150, but you just got to be prepared, right? If you don't invest more than 5% of your portfolio here at $3, and then it goes down to 150 and you put in another 5%, well, now your average cost is around $2. So I think it looks good here. I think it looks good. What else we got? RKT. Rocket Mortgage. So I actually got stopped out on this one today as well. RKT, I didn't even make the post. I got stopped out there at the end of RKT and OXY. I sold a bunch of stock last night, guys. I mean, I don't feel good about things right now. I don't know. I got a weird feeling. So I told you guys that I sold a bunch of stock yesterday. I posted my portfolio. So if you click on this link, it'll show you everything that I'm holding. Okay, and I don't really have a whole lot of names right now. I'm shorting the majority. I'm short. I have a lot of short positions right now just because I just don't feel good about the world right now, man. And the reason I sold Rocket was because I just want to have cash, honestly. I don't think this one is bad. I could have set a stop loss at 1575, but I just don't like how it's playing out here. It's going sideways. It's probably going to go back up to 25 now that I sold it, but I just feel better having a good pile of cash right now. Okay? If a dip doesn't come, a dip doesn't come. But eventually it will, and I'll have some cash on the sideline to take action. So I'm sitting cash. I'm really watching names like Chainlink. I really like Chainlink. Chainlink is one of my favorite assets to buy, and I like the fact that it's back down here near the golden zone. So I'm just kind of waiting on a signal from it from the weekly. I think we're going to bottom right here at around 13. So if we get a big sell-out, like if we get another liquidation dip like we did back the other week, now I'm not saying this is going to happen, but if it does, I want to have some cash ready to go. So I'm sitting about 50% cash right now, and then I'm invested in all these names here. Okay, and I'm short NVIDIA, PLTR, SoFi. This is a Tesla short, so I'm short Tesla. And then SQQQ is my other short position. So SQQQ is the inverse ETF of QQQ. So when QQQ goes up, this goes down. When QQQ goes down, SQQQ goes up. So RKT, I sold that one, I believe, last night along with all those other stocks. If you're in it, I would use a stop loss right here at the bottom of this weekly candle at on October 6th. So if we map that out, you can see right there, it's right there at 50, I just call it 1575 on the stop. 1575. They had a really good earnings report, but they didn't really move. They kind of missed on revenue. So and the thing that really worries me about it is that red dot there on the monthly. So it needs to hold that 1575 level. If that breaks, I would sell it. XRP. Yeah, if we can get this video, again, guys, looks like we need 175 more likes here on the live for a 200 XRP giveaway. If we can get it on the replay, I'll give away 100. XRP, I'm still watching $2. Okay, but look, monthly dot came right there back in October. Let's go back to the daily. Okay, where did the sell signal come here on the daily, guys? It was right back here in July. See that? 350. 350 was the sell signal. Red dot in the red zone. We were selling. Okay, you should have been taking some off. I told you guys, sell at least half of your position right here. Okay, it dipped all the way down to 150, and now we're trying to bounce here at $2. So $2 is a really big support level for XRP. I would use a stop loss on this one at $2. $2 with the stop loss. Okay, we need to see a green month or a green daily come or a green weekly. You can see every time we get down here, it's a good time to buy, right? Weekly, weekly, weekly. We bought XRP back here at 50 cents. Okay, 50 cents was the level we bought XRP at last November. Where'd we get that? I'm sorry, that was in August. Green dot on the monthly right there at 50 cents. This thing went all the way up to 350. A beautiful trade there. As long as this one can hold 2, I think it looks good, but I would use a stop loss at $2 here. Okay, if this thing breaks to the upside, wonderful. Okay, what I'd be looking for is a green dot here above $2 on XRP. It needs to hold $2. Sorry, I see one from Ron here. ASTH, healthcare company. Looks good. Green dot on the monthly. So what are we doing? We're looking at the daily. You got the green dot on the daily. The only thing I don't like is it's got earnings tomorrow. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you to buy it, and then they miss their earnings and they go down. But I will say that the monthly chart looks really good, and the daily chart looks even better. Okay, I just don't like the fact that they got earnings tomorrow. So my target on this would be right here between 55 and 60. You are buying it on the bottom half here. Again, they just got earnings tomorrow, so you want them to do well. And our target's going to be 55 to 60. Ala says, Gala lost critical support. Is it still a good trade? God, altcoins have just gotten wrecked, dude. That one lost a penny. You're right, it lost critical support. So it's at an all-time low, right? It's at an all-time low right now. So, yikes. I mean, you're buying it at the cheapest price ever. So again, imagine Apple right now at the cheapest price it's ever been. Okay, imagine Apple down here at... Oh my gosh, dude. You guys want to tell me we're not in a bubble right now? Look at this chart. Oh, this is why I'm short. This is why I'm short NVIDIA. Yeah, I'm getting trolled in the Discord and online because I'm short NVIDIA. Dude, look at this chart. This right here is the 4-year average. Okay, that's the average price over the last 4 years. We are sitting 50% off of the 4-year average right now. Okay, that's called overbought. And they got earnings. Did they report? Did they report? Adam, welcome, brother. Did NVIDIA report earnings today? Sometimes we get wrong data here from... One sec. November 19th. That's weird. Oh, it says the 19th. I'm like, oh, it's Wednesday. They got earnings next week, so I just don't like it. I know it's the greatest company in the world, but we want to buy the greatest companies in the world at a discounted price, right? This was where you should have bought NVIDIA right here in April, okay, at $100. I don't know why anyone's buying it up here. Why would you buy it up here? Okay, I'm glad that it's the greatest company in the world. But, again, we are technical traders. We trade off of technicals. When something's 50% off the 4-year average, typically we want to sell, right? We want to take profit up here. Smart money's taking profit right here, okay? And the news is telling you, oh, AI and all this stuff and blah, 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 right? They want to get you to buy, right? The news wants you to buy because the smart money, right? Smart money was buying NVIDIA back here at $100. They were buying right down here. Right there. That's where the smart money was buying. So these guys, right, the smart money, these are the billionaires, the trillionaires, whatever, hedge fund managers, they own the news, right? They own the news corporations. Does that make sense? They own CNBC, CNN, Fox, Twitter, whatever, right? They own it. They want to push sentiment, right? They want you excited up here because they can't sell their NVIDIA stock unless you're buying it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? They can't sell unless somebody's buying. So when retail's buying it up here at $200, they're dumping it. Okay? They're dumping it. They can't sell unless you buy. So I would buy NVIDIA if it came back down here like it did back in April. But right now, I'm short. I'm short that. I'm short at PLTR. I mean, look at these charts. This has gone straight up. Okay? And everyone's like, oh, it's never going to go down. It's never going to go down. You know what that is? That's delusion. That's delusion. When people start talking like that and speaking like that, that's when the red flags go up. That says, okay, I am not going to buy this here, right? Because you could have bought PLTR right here at 60 back in April. Look how high this thing is right now, dude. Look how far this is off its 4-year average. I get it. They're the greatest companies in the world. But, dude, 60% off the 4-year average. This has gone straight up. It's going to correct. It's going to come down eventually. Nothing goes up forever. Everything has a correction eventually. And I think it's coming. I'm not here to spread fear. I'm just here to look at the charts and take a logical view on things, right? If you look at the daily, okay, 140 is the 200-day average, and we're cracking. We got the red dot here on the daily. We got the red dot here on the monthly. And yeah, the red dot did come right here at 100 and kept going, okay? This is a bubble. It's a bubble, okay? When this thing cracks, I think I'll be really happy. And again, nothing is 100%, but I would never touch NVIDIA or PLTR. I'm happy that they're the greatest companies in the world, but we want to buy the greatest companies at the world at a discount. It's just like going back to Bitcoin. You guys remember that was the sentiment back here in 2021. I don't know if you guys were around for the bull market 2021. Up here at 70K, people were saying Bitcoin's never going to go down. It's going straight to the moon. We're going to Mars. It's going to be the greatest thing ever, right? What happened? Red dot, bear market for a year and a half, nobody talking about it. I mean, I told you, I deleted my YouTube channel. My Discord was dead. It was dead. There was nobody talking in the chat. There was nobody. You see all the chat people right now? It was silence. There was nobody talking. Why? Because they got wrecked. They listened to the media and said, oh, Bitcoin at 70,000 is a great buy. And it went all the way down to, it hit like 15,000. They lost 80% of their portfolio. Right? 80%. Like I said, nobody was having a good time down here. And when no one's having a good time, right, throwing shade on it, right? You guys remember Ethereum? We were buying Ethereum down here. We were buying Ethereum down here in June. People were calling us idiots. They were like, you're an idiot for buying Ethereum down here. Okay? Green dot, what did it do? Ripski! So, again, if you're going with what the herd says and with what retail says, you're doing it wrong. Because when they're excited, that's when we use caution. That's what we need to say, okay, pump the brakes. Okay, let's take another look at this, see where we're at from a technical standpoint, and that's just what we do here. We're technical traders, guys. And when something is very overbought, we want to use caution. You can see Ethereum has a red dot here on the monthly as well. So we need Ethereum to hold on to 3,000. If Ethereum breaks 3,000, it's going to get ugly. But as long as we hold 3,000, I think we're doing pretty good. Mr. Boxer says Zcash. Yeah, I'm a seller of Zcash. I'm a seller. I get that it's all the hype right now, but like I was just saying, what is that? You guys could just use the tickers. I think it's ZEC. You just type the ticker, ZEK or ZEC. So again, we got the signal on Zcash right here in September. So if you're using our strategy, you should have been entering right there at 50. You're up 10x right now. So personally, if it was me, I'd be taking profits because that's my strategy. Someone says, do I hold stocks for 10 years? No, I don't. I typically hold for 1 to 6 months. 1 to 6 months. I'm a swing trader. So again, if you bought Zcash right here in September, how many months? You were holding 1, 2, 3 months. You're up 10x. So I'm cashing out Zcash here at 500. Okay, if it goes to 1,000, I don't care. Okay, because again, if you were using our strategy, you were in down here. Now again, everyone on Twitter's talking about it. Everyone, that's when we exit. We get out. We sell. We're done. And we can't worry about, oh, what if it keeps going? You're up 10x. If you put in 10,000 here, you're up $100,000. You should take your profits and run. DJT, nothing changes on DJT. We're just waiting for a monthly dot here. That's all we're doing. Okay, if you entered, when I entered, I'm down 20% on my position. This is a long-term hold. Okay, this is one I'd probably hold for 10 years if I had to, but I don't think we're going to have to hold that long. All we need on DJT is a monthly dot. So, again, I entered where? I think last month. I think I entered at 17. So I entered like right here. I think I entered on this dot right here at 17. Yeah, it's gone down a little bit. But, again, it's only been 2 weeks. So what's our strategy? Our strategy is to hold, buy and hold for 1 to 6 months. Okay, so again, if our stock goes down, if we buy a stock and we're like, hey, I'm going 1 to 6 months, and it goes down 20% in 2 weeks, are we panicking? Are we selling? No, because we have the discipline to follow our strategy, right? 1 to 6 months. So, yeah, I'm not worried about DJT. I'm just waiting for that monthly dot on it. ASTH from Ron. Oh, we already covered that. I just covered that, dude. They got earnings tomorrow, so you just want to watch what they do at their earnings. Tomorrow, looks like after the bell, targets 55 to 60. Pentagon Games from Mr. Boxer. Looks like a meme coin. I wouldn't touch it. What else we got? CELH from RJ. What's up, brother? So CELH was one of our best trades this year. We got in on this monthly dot back here in March at around 20. It's up 200%. That was one of our best trades. You can see how the stochastic is up here now. So we'd be looking to take some off here if you haven't already. I sold mine at like 45 when it got up here in the red zone. This is when I took profits back in August. They got earnings tomorrow. So they got tomorrow morning. I'd sell it at 60. I would at least sell half at 60. ZK. I've been hearing a lot of hype about this one. ZK Sync. That one kind of looks like ICP a little bit. Big old candle there. Holy cow. So you're seeing some of these altcoins, right? People are saying altcoin season, it's not coming. Right, but look at Zcash. Wow. Okay, this one looks like it's about to pop off. There was a couple more. Aster was another one. Trump coin's up 15% today. ICP's up 17%. I mean, don't sleep on this, guys. Don't sleep on some of these names because a lot of them are taking off. Look at Zcash. Look at ICP. I think ICP's going at least at $12. Okay, we're getting pretty close. So ICP, I'm looking for a red dot here on the daily. That's when I'm going to sell my position. But I think that, look at that 4 hour, dude. Oh my Lord. Holy cow. Lots of momentum on this one, dude. Wow. Look at that. Come on now. Come on. What else we got? I haven't sold Chirp yet. That one's still in my portfolio. Oh. That one is still... I haven't sold Chirp. I think I actually just deleted that one. But that one's just a meme. Not a meme, but a really new project that I took a position on that I still have in the portfolio. I haven't sold that one yet. I'm looking for a green dot there on the weekly. Yeah, ICP is going to... I don't know, man. I think ICP is going to do the Ripski here. I think that's going at least to 12 bucks. Okay. I'm not going to sell ICP until the monthly gets back up here. Unless it goes to like 20 bucks. Because that would literally... I mean, our entry on this was $3. We were buying it right here. So if that goes to like 20 bucks, I'll sell it. For sure. But typically I'm waiting for this stochastic to get back up here. ICP's... It's been a long time coming for this one. Long time coming. You can see it explodes. Okay, it was back up at $20 back in April of last year. So if that goes anywhere near 20, I mean, that's going to be a 800% trade for us. I mean, that's a monster. Big runner. Big runner. And look at the momentum on this thing, dude. I think this is the next Zcash move right here. That is a big, fat candle right there. Oh, my goodness. No problem, Ron. Love you. How low will DJT go? I don't know. What I can tell you is the bottom will hit on DJT. The bottom will hit. We'll know where the bottom's at when we get the monthly signal. I don't try to guess on where the bottom's going to be. I try to just pay attention to what the data says. So when this prints green on the monthly, okay, and I went into this thinking, okay, I'm not buying on the monthly dot. Okay, I'm jumping the gun. I kind of jumped the gun a little bit. So my time frame is not 1 to 6 months on this. It's probably 6 to 12 months. But this thing last year in April was up at $80, guys. It's at 14 right now. So even if it goes to 40, which is half of that, that's a 300% trade. Okay? And these guys are one of the biggest crypto names. They're going to be one of the biggest crypto names out there, in my opinion. I mean, they're making all the partnerships. He's got 2 or 3 crypto coins that are underneath its umbrella. I mean, DJT is going to be one of the biggest crypto stocks out there. I mean, they got Trump coin, right? They got they got World Liberty Financial. They got all these names, all of them, right, under their umbrella. So I don't know why people are so bearish. I get it's down, but again, all we're doing is waiting. We're waiting till that green dot comes. When that comes, I mean, the sad thing is people won't buy DJT until it's up here at 40 bucks. Then everyone's going to flood in. They're going to be rushing in. They're going to be saying, oh my gosh, we got to buy DJT. And that's when we're going to be selling because we're buying down here at $15 or whatever it's at. I think my entry is like 17. So I'm down 20%. But I'm telling you right now, I don't care because I'm not buying for the prices today, right? We're buying for the prices in the red zone. Where's the red zone? Up here between 45 and 48. So does it really matter if we buy at 17 or 14, right? Does it really matter if we buy at 17 or 14 if the price goes up to 48? Are you really going to care that if you bought it at 17 or 14 if we trade all the way back up here to $48? Chances are you're not going to care. You're not going to care if you bought at 17 or 14. Okay? I'm not buying here to sell it down here. I'm buying here to sell it up here. And I have full conviction, right? I'm fully convicted. Eventually, it's going to retrace back into that zone. When? I don't know. My typical time frame for that to happen is always at least 1 to 6 months. Okay? And again, I bought it right back here 2 or 3 weeks ago at $17. So I'm 2 weeks into the hold, right? And I'm willing to wait at least 6 months at a minimum. 6 months at a minimum for it to get back up here to 48. Does that make sense? Yeah, they did have some news that they were getting, I don't know, subpoenaed or something. I don't know. I don't pay attention to news. I just look at the charts. Okay? Again, what I told you at the beginning of the stream, let's just go back to Bitcoin. Nobody gave a crap about Bitcoin right here. I'm telling you right now. If you guys were here in 2023, I don't know if some of you were. I don't know if some of you were or not. Okay, I don't know if you guys were here or not. But I'm telling you right now, there was not a single soul in our Discord, on Twitter, no news channels, okay? Fox News, every day it's about Bitcoin, right? CNBC, every day it's about crypto. Back here in 2023, when this blue wave was all the way down here, you guys understand what I'm saying? When it was down here, okay? Think of this as a fear and greed index, okay? When it's down here, people are fearful. People don't care. People are scared. No one's talking about it, right? They don't care. Okay, but if you would have bought down here back in 2023 on Bitcoin, I can't make this up, guys. I'm just looking at the data, right? You would have bought Bitcoin at 17,000. That was when no one was talking about it. No one cared. No one gave a crap. Nobody cared. I'm telling you right now, there wasn't a single soul in our... I almost deleted my channel. I almost quit the channel because I was bored. No one was interacting. No one was having a good time. Why? Because it had an 80% drop. We went straight down for a year and a half. Okay? That is where I believe DJT is right now. Okay? And that's not just because I believe that. It's because it's what the data says. It's what the data says. Logic, data, discipline. That is what we go by here. So I am fully convicted that DJT is eventually going to go back to the red zone. It might take 6 months, might take a year, it might take a month, right? The last time we were down, look at this, back in November, we hit this low at $12 in September. That was September 25th. It went all the way up to $60 from 12. And that was from September all the way up here to October. That was a 1 month hold. 30 days, 30-day hold. We went from $12 all the way up to $55. That was a 317% move in 30 days, in 1 month. That's how fast DJT can flip. Okay? So that's my stance on DJT. I know I broke my rule. I jumped the gun. I just don't care right now because I know that we are... Look at the sentiment. Everybody is like, what are we going to do? I don't know what's going to happen, right? Everybody's scared right now. That's the whole point of why I'm buying. I don't see Twitter going, oh, DJT stock is the best thing ever. It's never going down. It's going to $200 by the end of the year. We don't see that, right? And all DJT is missing. I'm telling you, when this green dot comes on the monthly chart, this thing is going to at least $40, at a minimum of $40. Okay, and that is where I'll cash out because that will be in our sell zone. Again, logic, data, discipline. What's our sell strategy? We sell on a red dot in the red zone on the daily chart. Okay, so I'm buying down here at the bottom of the fib, right? This is the bottom. And I'm selling up here. So I'm not buying down here to sell down here. I'm buying down here to sell up here. And I have the discipline to wait at least 1 to 6 months for that to happen. So I get it, guys. I'm down 20% on the position. I entered at $17. Okay, 17 is where I entered. I'm down 20%, and it's one of my largest positions right now. And I'm down 20% on it. But I do not care. I don't care. I know what the company's doing. I know what they have. I know what they're going to be. They're going to be one of the largest crypto companies in the world. Eventually. Not today or tomorrow, but you think out 1 to 3 years, 5 years, whatever, right? They're going to be one of the biggest crypto companies out there. And they're backed by the President of the United States. I don't care how you feel about Trump, whether you like him or not. He is one of the most powerful people in the world right now when it comes to worldliness, right? Obviously, there's Jesus Christ, who obviously is the ruler of all. But Donald Trump is a pretty high up there dude in the world right now, being the president of the United States. Yeah. So that's my take on DJT. And I just see you guys talking about it a lot in chat. Again, we're looking at the data, right? We're looking at the data. Do you think it's smart that people are buying Bitcoin up here based on the data? Look at this. Top, question mark, maybe. Okay. I want to buy down here. I want to buy down here. I want to buy down here. Where's DJT? DJT down here. So that's where we're at, folks. How you guys feeling about the market today? Let me do a poll real quick. Do you feel good about the market today? Go ahead and vote on this. Looks like 130 likes on the live. I love it, man. I love it. A few more, and we can get 300. Like I said, if you guys are joining late, if we can get the 300 on the replay. I don't think we're going to hit it today because I'm probably going to sign off here. I got a meeting I got to get to. But if we can get it on the replay, I'll give away 100 XRP in the Discord. So if you guys are tuning in for the replay, I know a lot of you guys can't make it in the Discord. By the way, we're up to 20,000 people in the Discord now, man. Shout out to all the new Spartans over here joining up today. I love to see it, man. I love the community. I love to see it growing. Hopefully you guys are getting a lot of value out of this. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, I do have a free trading course over here that you guys can check out. Completely free. There's 7 or 8 videos over here that go over our strategy a little more in depth. So you guys want to check that out if you guys are new. That's over here in the trading course. If you guys like these indicators we're using, you guys can get my whole trading layout by coming over here to the trading indicator tab. Just click on this link in the Discord. If you have any questions, just email me. My email's right there in the thread, but that's going to get you all the indicators that we use here. My entire trading layout, all the Fibonacci zones, the green, red dots, the MACD, everything you see on my screen. Your screen will look exactly like my screen after you go through and click on this link here. Okay, takes a couple of clicks and everything loads right up into that, right up into your TradingView account. TradingView is just the website that we chart on, tradingview.com. I don't use this to trade. I just use it to chart. I use it to look at the charts. So if you guys are interested in knowing what I trade with, you can get all the trading apps that I use over here. You can get TradingView right here. You guys can start your account. That's my affiliate link if you guys want to use it. If not, I don't really mind. I don't care. Just go to tradingview.com. I trade stocks and crypto on Robinhood, and I trade crypto on Coinbase. So I got all the links to everything that I use over here in the Discord. So if you guys are beginners, you guys can check those out. If you guys are beginners, I'd recommend going through the trading course before you do anything, just to kind of get the idea behind why we do what we do. So what else you guys got? POL. Are you talking about Polygon? Polygon ecosystem. Down at 16, man. Wow. I'm looking for the weekly on Polygon, but that has not been a very impressive project. I wouldn't buy an ICP. I mean, it's hard to say, man. It's honestly hard to say. I don't know what this thing's going to do. It could go back to 20. If I was going to buy ICP, I don't know. I'm already in it. I'm in at $3, so it's hard for me to say yes up here. But this thing looks like it has the potential to do what Zcash did, just based on what I'm seeing. I mean, Zcash went 10x. This thing just kept going up, and away. So I'm selling ICP either when we get this weekly, right? I want this wave to come back up here. We're still way down here, which tells me that there is a lot of room to go. Okay, and I don't mind holding this thing for a while. And again, we just got the monthly here, so it looks really good. I mean, it looks like it could be a momentum. I just hate to tell you to buy something when it's up 100% from where we bought it. So it did have a nice little pullback you could have capitalized on here on the 4-hour. Yesterday, right there around, what, pulled all the way back to 450. Now it's all the way back up to 6. So hard to say, man. Hard to say. WIF looks good. Can I confirm? Yes, I can confirm. I won't confirm, but I'll look at it for you. I just look for the weekly on this one. I don't like meme coins, dog WIF hat. It has no utility. What I would tell you is it just needs to hold on to that 32-cent level. If that breaks, you're going to be in trouble. I'd wait for the confirmation on that one. GoodRx. I like GoodRx a lot. I actually almost added to this one today. They did miss their earnings, but they beat on their revenue. This one does have a red dot, though, on the monthly. So it had a big pop up to $6 and then just dumped. But I like it. I like the daily chart here because it's got the daily, and we're right here into support. I mean, we're literally sitting at the point where we bounced last time. So I don't think GoodRx is going to go below $3, and our target would be right here between 6 and 7. I still think that one looks good. How much is Dot charging for a stake? The crazy staking? Wow, that thing is at $2. Oh my gosh. So Polkadot, all-time lows. Oh, my Lord. I mean, this is just insane how some of these names are so far down, dude. Polkadot was all the way up at $50 back in 2021 in the last bull run. $50 that thing hit. It's at $2 right now. What's DOT paying APY on the staking, Jacob? What's it paying? I'd wait for the weekly if you're going to buy it. But, I mean, again, you're at all-time lows, so you're getting it at the cheapest price ever. If you're staking it, great. You don't even have to worry about the price. You just collect the APY. RGTI. I don't like RGTI. Look at that. Weekly signal, weekly red dot, dump, weekly red dot. I think this thing's going to dump. It's up here. Your sell signal is right here. Red dot in the red zone is where we sell. I think $60 was the top. If you're still in it, they got earnings too. Ugh, I just don't like it. I would set a stop loss there. It's just very expensive. It looks very expensive right now. Okay, time to buy this was back here in, what was that? That was May at $10. It went all the way up to 50. Or right here at $1. Atom, ATOM. Yeah, same thing. I mean, these are just getting clobbered. They're literally sitting at the same price. So this one has support down here at like 75 cents. I just wait for the weekly signal. I think the next round of weekly signals is going to signal the bottom for altcoins. So that will come over here in the Discord under the weekly alert section. Once we start seeing those pop off, I'm going to feel a lot better about getting heavier on crypto. I still have quite a bit of crypto right now. I got Near, I got ARB, I got Uniswap, I got Link, I got Pinlink, I got ICP. I'm pretty heavy on crypto right now. I even got Chirp. So, and Riz, of course. So, yeah. 9% on Coinbase, nice. Dot's 8%, Atom's like 16. So, yeah, you could buy Atom and stake it for 16% APY. And, I mean, you're buying it at near the all-time low right now. This is the low from 5 years ago, guys. So everyone's saying that it's over, right? Everyone's saying, oh, it's over, it's over. We're at the 5-year low, the lowest prices in 5 years. You understand what I'm saying? It has not been this cheap for 5 years. Okay? 5 years. Can you guys can we wrap our heads around that right now? I get it. It's been painful the last couple of weeks, but if you zoom out, if this goes back to 44, is it going to matter if you bought it at $2 or $3 if it goes back to 40? No, it's not going to matter. If it goes back to 10, is it really going to matter? Maybe a little bit, but not much. So, yeah, they got 30-day lockup periods. NKLR. Sorry about that, brother. I'll get to you. I've been seeing you. Yeah, just keep dropping your requests. I don't spam, but, you know, I just keep dropping it. I'm sorry I can't get to everybody. But that's what we're here for, right? $6 is the low you want to play. I don't know too much about this. It looks like a penny stock here. So it's if a stock is really new, there's not a lot I could tell you because I don't have any data on my indicator, unfortunately. SUIG. This is SUI, the SUI Holdings Group. Wow. Oh my Lord. Yeah, I don't know about SUI yet. I want these weekly signals to come in really bad. Okay, if you're gonna play SUI here, you want it to hold 170. That's the low from over here in April. Okay, it hit 170 and then bounced all the way up to 4. Now it's testing that bottom of the fib, so I want to see the weekly signals, guys. That's going to be the confirmation of the bottom. But what I will say is some of these names are just stupidly cheap, man. I mean, like I said, Atom is at a 5-year low. The lowest price in 5 years. This is 2020 prices. And you can stake it on Coinbase for 16% APY and just wait. So, I mean, that wave is deep right now, dude. I just want to see that great dot. CRO. CRO. Coming down. So, again, everyone's hyped up on CRO up here at 35 cents. It got freaking clocked. I want to see the green dot there. Okay. Watch 10 cents on this one. Again, just wait for that signal. I don't think we're out of the woods yet. Again, we've had a nice little bounce today, but I don't think we're out of the woods just yet. Okay, we need to see these signals come through. ALEO. ALEO. Again, all-time low. 22 cents. Wait for the signal. What else we got? Stoxel. I've been a seller of this for a while, guys. I don't like that candle. It's very far off that 9-month moving average. It's topping out here on the stochastic, so I personally would take profits on this. And we called this thing out at $7 back in April. $7 is where we called that. That was the time to buy right there. Boom. Boom. Ripski. That one might have a little more room, but personally, I'm shorting tech. I'm shorting NVIDIA. I'm shorting PLTR. I'm going against the grain right now. Trump's calling for the golden age and all this great stuff to happen. I'm looking at the world right now, guys. I mean, there is so much stuff going on right now. It is scary. So, government shutdown. There's not all that money flowing into 401ks, so on and so forth. So something's got to pop, right? And I mean, I just think we're in a bubble. So I'm more short on tech and things like that. You can see AMD. Look at AMD. I mean, look at this thing. We called this thing out. We called AMD out back here in June. Okay, right there at 114. It's all the way up here at 156. Okay, that's a 150% move. We're up in the red zone. We're not buying this thing. Okay, we're selling it here. Okay, MACD crossover. I just don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Would you DCA? It depends on the price. Ron says, would I DCA on DJT when we get the red dot or when we get the dot? It just depends on the price. If the dot comes at like $10, then yeah, I'd probably average down. But if it comes at like 20, then no, I wouldn't. It just depends. Just depends on the price we get it at. But I'm watching that like a hawk. XLM. Look at the weekly here on XLM. Monthly's red on XLM. I like how far the wave is down here. Just want to see that weekly signal. Again, the last one we got was back here in April at 22. Popped up to 50. We also had another one right here in July at 23. Popped up to 50. Now it's just grinding down. We just need the signal. Nail and Cure. Those ETFs. Nail's at 55. I just want to see the weekly here. Okay? Want to see the weekly. I took profit on Nail around 90. And you guys can follow my trades, by the way, over here in the Discord. Okay? You guys can follow my trades. We cashed out that Rivian trade. Around an $8,000 banger today. Shout out to the Spartans over here. But we call all that out. And we did sell Nail at around 90. I got out at 90 right in here. Okay. Red dot. We weren't in the red zone, but it was very overbought. And we'll see. We'll see on this one. This one's tough because it's got a red monthly here. It needs to hold 50. So watch for the green daily here in the next couple days. I do think that will print here probably by the end of the week. At this point, I'd probably just hold it and look to average down now on the next weekly. Watch the weekly. Cure. Oops. Cure is ETF. Cure is still green here on the monthly. I think Cure looks good. I've been bullish on healthcare stocks for a while. They got the green dot here today, so this looks really good above 90. Target on that's up there at 130. SQD is pumping. SQD, that looks pretty interesting. Yeah, it's right down there at the low. You like it, I'd take a stab at it here at 7 cents. I don't know anything about this. SQD. Wow, it actually is on Coinbase too. Yeah, that looks good. As long as it holds 6 cents, that looks really good. Right down there at support. 8x8. Por favor, he says. Nice move after earnings there. Looks good. Target would be 320 to 340. It's got the green monthly too. Wow, that thing got smoked. Looks good though. I like the gap up here. You could put a stop loss right there at 180. Target would be up here at 320 to 340. So the weekly signals, they can come in at any time, but typically we see them the most For crypto, it's going to be on Sunday. So every Sunday, a new one forms for crypto. Every Sunday night at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So every Sunday, a new crypto candle forms. And then for stocks, every Monday, a new a new candle forms on the weekly. So Monday and Sunday, Sunday for crypto and Monday for stocks is typically when you see those the most. So come over here to the weekly alerts. You can see we got a bunch of them right here on the 3rd, which was Monday. So these are all stocks, right? All these stocks came in here on Monday at 6:30 when the market opens. And then the other ones for crypto come in at 4 p.m. on Sunday. And it used to be 5 p.m. on Sunday, but we got daylight savings, so things kind of adjust. And that's it for today, folks. If you guys need me, hit me up over here in the support chat. We got chat going on here. I just want to welcome all the new Spartans over here. Welcome to the Spartan Army, the Overkill Army. Love to have you guys. We're making things happen over here. We're going to be live here again on Friday, going over the watch list. That's going to be our green list here. These are all the names I'm holding and also the names that we are looking for positions on next week. So make sure you guys tune in for Friday's episode here on the live. We're live every Wednesday and Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific time here. If you guys have chart requests, drop them over here inside the chart request thread. Again, you need to click on this link and become a captain. If you want your name covered no matter what, I will take more chart requests on Friday from this thread as well, and also from the live chat. So make sure you're tuned in, and we will see you guys here on Friday, 2 p.m. God bless you guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon.